Okay, episode 11, all things boxing. Myself, Ellis Zorro, 15-0 cruiserweight. Josh here, and Denzel and Denzel Bentley, our first guest on the show actually. Otherwise known as Too Sharp or the Battersea Bomber. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, that name, I don't know. That name.
Ain't the Battersea Bomber?
I didn't make that name, but that's what I was given.
You was running with that for a while still.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
So I finally made it, yeah? Made the cut.
Yeah, that's it, fam. What are you telling me?
Thank you for inviting me, man.
Fresh home from Vegas. How long you been back now?
Yeah. Nearly a week. A week tomorrow. 6 days.
What was it like out there?
It was good, man. It was nice, man. The weather wasn't as good as I expected it to be. But training was good. Food was decent. People were good. Everyone there is like a little bit more friendly than over here.
Than over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hit the strip on that?
Yeah, I hit the ship. First day we landed. It's on the ship till like 3 a.m.
It's mad out there, isn't it?
Mad.
Yeah, we went
I need to go back on a separate thing.
on a relaxed one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for myself.
Calm. All right, before we get into that, bro, just for the people that don't know, just give everyone a little rundown, a brief thing, because obviously it's a bit boring. You've been doing this, you've had this conversation plenty of times, but just so your boxing history, how you got into boxing, brief bit on your amateur career, and just real brief on how you got to where you are now.
I'll make it brief possible, innit?
Yeah, go on, because most people know, innit, but for those that don't.
Well, got into boxing because my brother bought gloves from the market, as I've shared in some stories at like 15. But never actually got to a boxing gym until like second year of college. So I was about like, I had my first amateur fight at 19.
What club was you with?
I was at Fisher ABC. There for like 3 years. I had 17 amateur fights, and then I turned
How many you win?
113.
Oh,
Yeah,
so the brothers that you lost to, who are they?
bro, I lost to Robbie Chapman.
You lost to Robbie Chapman.
Yeah, twice. But we beat each other.
He's the guy that's fighting Diazine brother, isn't it?
He's a journeyman now, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a journeyman.
What was that welterweight though? He's a welterweight.
No,
He's not bad though.
Robbie
He's not
Chapman.
You're talking about Ryan Charlton.
Sorry. Robbie Chapman.
saw
That's the
him
one with the locks.
The one
In
with
it.
the
He was signed
yeah.
to Goodwin.
Right.
Then he just went on the road.
He could have been a prospect, but he wanted to earn money in it.
Who else you lose to?
We fought 3 times. We tried to beat him once.
Oh, swear.
Yeah. I lost to. How can I forget this guy's name? I lost to Bailey's Dummets, Ashley.
Don't
Ashley
know.
Bailey's Dummets. I lost to him, but then I beat him in the pros in my third fight.
Okay.
But I lost him as amateurs.
Yeah.
And then I lost to one other guy in the novice quarters, I think.
Oh, so you did novices, yeah?
I forgot his name.
For some reason, I felt like you only
But
did
he's a pro
shows.
now anyway.
For some reason, I thought you only did shows.
No, I done the novices.
So you did novices,
Yeah.
never made it to like,
Just got past London.
just got past London.
No.
So you never did Haringey's on that like that? Okay.
No,
calm.
but I can never get into the Iron Gates.
I think I remember a conversation about that. So
Yeah, every time I enter it, they're saying, "Oh, we're full,"
yeah.
but they wanted all the top boys in there, innit? And obviously, I wasn't one of them.
Okay, so that's not a terrible amateur record though. 17 fights. What, 13 wins you said?
Yeah,
And then you turned pro over at the Peacock Gym in East London. In what year was that?
2017,
And you was how old at the time?
22.
Calm.
When did you know you wanted to go pro?
Well, yeah, like what was your fault?
That's quite a late. It's
Slightly.
late to start
I ain't
and then
gonna lie,
decide.
when I started boxing, I didn't even know about amateurs. I wanted to be pro straight away.
Oh, was it?
Swear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't. So when I went to the amateur gym, I remember the first question I asked the coach was like, "Right, how long do you think till I can turn pro?"
Yeah.
He started laughing at me like, "Bro, it might even take you a year before you have your first amateur fight."
Yeah.
Wow, that's long, man, a year. So then I just left the gym. I didn't go for a couple months, and then I went back in there, and then started training amateurs with amateurs, and then obviously I'm 22, innit? I'm an adult, so I'm working. I'm going uni at the time, but I'm thinking, "Bruv, what am I doing in my life?" Got to the point where I stopped going uni.
What was that like, balancing training and work for you?
What, uni and
Sorry,
training?
balancing like boxing and work and uni.
I only worked weekends because I didn't want to interrupt boxing. Uni was a myth for me because it was like, I might have a deadline and they're like, "Right, you got to submit your work by 6. But training, they're saying, if you come after 6:30,
Yeah.
shut the doors, we're not letting you in.
Yeah.
And I'm going uni in Twickenham, and my gym's in Bermondsey.
Right.
I'm not making it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
know
that
the
was
deadline's
tough.
getting
Yeah.
missed.
Yeah.
I'm going straight to the gym. Then I realised, look, I'm wasting bare time here. So I ended up dropping out my second year. So my second year, and then
What uni was that?
St. Mary's.
Okay, cool. All right, so you turned pro with the Peacock Gym. Sorry, say again. What year was that?
2017.
2017. You weren't gone. I don't want to. You weren't signed with anyone at the time. So
No.
talk me through that process of like the journeyman fights, the early fights. How many fights did you have before you actually?
It's mad because my first amateur fight, I said amateur fight, my first fight as a pro, I sold bare tickets.
Yeah.
I think I sold like nearly 300.
Yeah, that's a lot
So you
still.
know the money was.
Was that your call?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, right, I made a little change. Like,
Mm.
come on, I could do this. Like,
Mm.
how many times I could sell friend tickets? All the guys that have come, I was like,
They're gonna come again, innit?
they're people that I know, innit?
Yeah.
So it weren't even like randoms who were shouting me online, and they might not. Like, they're people that I know. They're
Yeah.
friends from school, family, cousins, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think, oh, yeah, this is calm. And then obviously after that, the sales just kept going down and down. And down. Oh, this is actually peak. But luckily, in between all these fights, there was bare dinner shows back then.
Right.
There ain't a lot now 'cause
Yeah.
COVID messed up bare things, but
Yeah.
there was a lot of dinner shows.
Mm.
So I'd have a fight, then I'd go on a dinner show, then I'd have a fight, and then go on a dinner show, and then da. So
Yeah, we just
kinda
went to
balanced out.
I just went to my first dinner show with you the other
Yeah,
day,
the
didn't
other
I?
day, yeah,
So
yeah.
so you did a few of them.
Done a few of them.
Calm.
Yeah, I was on that. I'd done like 4 dinner shows.
Yeah.
So 4 dinner shows.
Who was you signed with before?
No one.
What, you didn't have a manager?
No, I was with Martin, innit?
Oh, you was with Martin the whole time?
Yeah, the whole time. I
Okay,
never had a
okay.
promoter. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Martin Bowers.
Yeah, Martin
over at
Bowers,
the
yeah.
Peacock Gym,
I never had a promoter.
who's still your manager and
Yes.
trainer to this day.
Yeah,
And Ray Ball,
yeah,
who was at Fisher with you, right?
yeah.
And now so you two been together for your whole career, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Cool. Talk us through. I know we know. I know.
Yeah.
But that process with the Mick Hall thing, the whole thing of 10 rounds. Was it Mick Hall? 10 rounds sparring in the. Was that him or was that someone else?
No, that was Sergeant Bomo. That was before I got signed.
That was before you got signed. So which fight did you get? Was it
That's
the
the
Mick
fight
Hall?
that got me signed.
Right. Talk to the people about that one.
So-
Talk us through that process.
I was in the gym.
Yeah. So
What-
tell me what day it is, what time, like you feel me, like.
It was a weekday. Obviously, it was a weekday. 'cause
Yeah.
I'm training, but I can't remember if it was a Friday or because Frank does these Deborah shows.
Yeah, midweek or whatever.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it might have been a Tuesday or something.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it was therefore Wednesday or Friday.
Okay.
It might have been a Monday.
Just speak.
Anyway, I've come into
make
the
sure
gym.
you're speaking into the mic for me, innit? Yeah.
I come to the gym in the morning. Martin's like, "Oh, you could have boxed tonight, but they couldn't get you an opponent." I was like, "Oh, for real?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh man, that's a shame, innit? Whatever,
Yeah.
innit?" Done my warm up, got in the ring, sparred 10 rounds.
Who did you spar the 10 rounds with?
Oh, I can't remember, man.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. Was it easy work though, or no?
But 10 rounds is hard. When
Yeah,
you're
10
at
rounds
that
is 10
level.
rounds. Yeah.
10 rounds. If it's hard now, even if you're.
So
at
how
that
many
level.
rounds at that point in your career in actual professional fights?
So
How
that-
many rounds was you doing?
I
Was you doing
6-rounders.
4s and 6?
Yeah,
4s and
this
6
was
or
like my-
6s.
So that was I was getting into my 7th fight when
So you're 6-0.
So I was 6-0.
You did 10 rounds sparring. Then what happened?
And a 10 round sparring. Then I went home. I didn't even have a nap. I usually have a nap every time. I went home, and I got a call from Ray. He's like, "Oh, how you feeling?" I'm good. I'm good still. Oh yeah, where are you? I'm just at home chilling. Oh, I might have been on my way home. I can't remember. And then he's like, "Have you eaten?" I go, "Bro, why are you being weird?"
Yeah.
Like Ray's never phoned me and asked me why.
Yeah,
you
these
eating.
questions,
So
innit?
I'm saying, Ray, what's going on? You're being weird. Like,
Yeah.
how can you ask me if I've eaten? He goes, "Oh no, Martin wants you to fight in it, but I want to see how you are first, innit?" And she's going, I'm like, "Fight."
That same night.
That same night,
Right.
I'm like, "Fight where?" Like, yeah, it's on the Frank Warren show, blah blah blah. I'm like, cool, let's do it then, innit?
Yeah.
You sure you sparred this? Yeah, no, let's do it. And then Martin called me straight after, like, "You right then?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're meeting at the gym in about an hour." Yeah.
What was that like pressure wise? Because obviously at the time, like you said, you weren't signed, and you know that if you go and put on a good, I know it's easy to say it now because of where you are now, but just to look back, like you weren't signed, like you needed these opportunities,
Yeah.
but it's still like if you took an L because you had the 10 round sparring,
Yeah.
it's gonna be on man's record, isn't it? So like, what was that pressure like, knowing that if you don't take it, you might not get signed, and you might have to do the waiting game again?
That's the thing. You know me already. I'm on anything. I think whether that's a good thing or bad thing, we'll find out by when I'm retired. innit?
Yeah.
But I'm on anything. So when he phoned me, I'm like, "Yeah, come, let's do it, man. Like, it's a fight. Like,
And
what's the worst that can happen?"
what was that, 6?
6-0.
That was a 6 rounder.
Yeah, but
So you did this at 6-0. This weren't even like.
No, that's what I'm saying. 6-0.
10 round sparring in the morning.
6 or 7-0. Yeah. So then he phoned me, and then as I've gone to pack up my bags and that, I'm telling my mum and my dad and that, brother, I've told them. Mom's the only one that's like, "Raw, yeah, go do it."
Yeah.
My dad's like, "Hey, you're tired, man. Just go sit down, man." And my brother's like, "Oh, this is your career, you gotta remember, like, this is your career, like, can't just take fights like that, like,
Yeah.
a journeyman and that."
Yeah.
Like, bruv, come on, man. I'm good.
So go on,
I'm
talk
good.
to
I'm
us.
good, man.
You took the fight. It was a 6 rounder.
My bags went there. On the train, I was thinking, "Oh man, what am I doing?"
Yeah.
That's the only time I thought I'm even kind of mad on the train to the
Yeah.
jumped in now with Martin and that, and then on the way there, remember I don't know who I'm fighting.
Oh, you still don't know who you're
No,
fighting?
I don't know who I'm fighting. I don't know who they got for me. So they picked up Ray. We're in the car. We're going, and I'm hearing them talk about who I've got.
Yeah.
But I'm like, close my eyes like I'm sleeping. Obviously, I'm trying to just get a nap in.
What's the guy's name?
And then Sergeant Bummer.
Oh, he's dangerous.
Bro.
Okay, right.
You think he just beat a prospect the other
He's
day?
one of them, you know them like them Cameroonian boxers.
Yeah. I think he fought.
Yes,
I think he fought
He
Mickey Burke.
He put one guy in hospital.
And he fought. Did he fight Chris Congo?
Yeah, he fought Congo.
Yeah,
There's one guy he put in hospital.
Yeah.
That they rematched and he put him in hospital.
So it's not that weren't an easy
Dangerous
fight.
journeyman still.
So I was like, I'm like this. And then they said, oh, Sergeant Bummer, I've gone. I opened my eyes like, are these guys taking a piss? So I've slightly gone on my phone like, I know this name. Who's Sergeant Bummer? I've seen him. I'm like, oh my days, the guy I'm fighting.
Mohican and that.
So obviously, man's gone in now, and then we're in the changing room. Obviously, it's Hilton in it, so everyone's just in the same.
Was that where we went the other day?
We got Wayne on the spot.
Was that where we went the other day?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
Same day Wayne.
he's come in. He is looking wolo. I'm thinking, wow, this is peak. And then they've come in and they've said, look, Dan, we know you've been training today and that. Like, would you do 4 or 6 rounder? I'm like, well, give me a 4 rounder because I just done 10 rounds today. You feel me? What? I got in the ring, they announcing 6 rounds.
Yeah.
I'm like, rah.
Happened to me. That happened to me
I'm
once.
getting
so.
lined up.
Yeah.
So went in there. He's trying to pull it on me first round. And the second round, I just caught him with the right hand. Boom.
And that was it. And then off that fight, you got signed.
Off that fight, obviously everyone was excited. Like,
Yeah, so that's a lesson, isn't it?
Story came out. Oh, he just was in the gym earlier this morning. Like,
You didn't know that,
talk
did
about
you?
opportunities.
This is the first time.
Yeah, you got to take your opportunities still.
Talk about taking opportunities, blah blah blah. And I think my whole career I've just jumped at opportunities. You know?
No, 100 you have still.
Yeah. So
We kind of want to pick it up from, what did we say? The first Heffron fight, didn't we? That first Heffron fight, what was that for? Was it an eliminator?
No,
It was just
that
about.
was meant to be for the IBF International.
Right.
But then the champion at the time
Yeah.
was meant to get stripped because he hadn't defended it.
Right.
But then he put in a complaint saying, "Well, how can I defend it during COVID?"
Yeah.
So then he
Right. So this is
Nothing.
in COVID, isn't it? So you fought for nothing. 10 rounds.
10 rounds.
And I feel, again, I know this, but it was still not a short note. It was short. It weren't as short notice as the other thing, but it weren't like you didn't have a full camp from what I remember.
I don't have a full camp now.
So talk to me
That's the
about
baddest thing
that.
about it.
Talk to me about that.
I'm tapped.
Because obviously now you're fighting. It's a 50. It's more a 50-50 fight.
Probably 60-40.
Yeah, on his
I've had
side.
13 fights. He's had about 25 knockouts.
Yeah, it's mad.
I mean-
So, all right, go on. Talk to us about that. So, like, when you received information that like
So
you
even
would fight.
with that, obviously, when you come back from lockdown, I just fought Mick Cool.
Yeah,
I've gone straight back in the gym,
yeah,
training now. I knew I was going to fight Heffron.
yeah.
So we knew that fight was in discussion, but we didn't know they were going to take it.
Mm.
And I slightly think it only got accepted because I tweeted something out. I can't remember what I tweeted, but I tweeted him like, all you marks are bottle jobs because I meant to fight Marcus Morrison as well.
I remember this. Yeah.
They didn't take it.
Yeah.
So I was like, all you marks up north are bottle
Yeah.
jobs or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's come back like, yeah, what? The next thing you know, the fight's done. But obviously, we was training now.
So what are we
And then-
talking like? 3? Was it 4 weeks or 3 weeks? Notice.
What's that? No.
Well, how much training did you actually get in?
So, it's
From what you remember.
cool. So basically 2.5 weeks. But this is how it was, yeah.
That's short, man.
We were training, but I hadn't even started sparring fully yet.
Right.
My last camp was so hard because of
Yeah.
obviously lockdown and getting back.
Getting
in
sparring and all
stuff.
this.
So
Yeah.
The fight was just 10 times harder. So
Yeah.
when I got back, Ray was like, "Look, don't want to kill you. Just get in there. You do 2. Like if you do an 8 rounder today, you're doing 2, getting out 2. So that's how I'm doing my spot. That's how I'm doing my rounds, innit? And then we knew the fight was gonna happen, but then there was 2 dates in September. One of them was September 12th. The other one was September 24th. I assumed I was on the 24th.
24th,
day, 'cause
yeah.
I just fought in
Yeah.
July or whatever.
But you was on the other one.
So then we're there now, and then Martin's gone. I come in the gym one day, and Martin's gone. Den's the fight's done. I was like, what fight? He's like, the one with Mark. I'm like, oh, sick, calm. We got like 4 weeks.
But it's
Or
in
5
half.
weeks.
Yeah.
Whatever,
But it's
4.5,
2.
5 weeks. And then he goes, yeah. What's that? It's me 24th. He goes, no, it's on the 12th.
And you know Martin with the dates and it's always.
I go 12th.
Yeah.
So I've gone away. I'm like, yeah, you got like 3-4 weeks, and I've gone.
And have you done a 10 rounder at this point?
No, it's my first 10 rounder.
So what was it with Mick?
Oh, sorry, that was the 10 rounder.
Mick
but
was
I went
10.
6 rounds.
Right, but you went 6 rounds. So you haven't actually gone the distance.
No. I had a 10 rounder.
Yeah.
Cool, you're right.
And he was 25-1 at this time.
Yeah.
Mark Heffron.
With
Right.
like
Yeah.
18 KOs or something.
Yeah. And you're 13-0.
I'm 13-0.
Yeah.
So,
So
obviously,
another risk fight, if that
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Yeah. Or another like yeah.
like underdog.
Yeah, basically.
So
yeah.
I've gone in there. So I said, Mark, that's 2.5 weeks, you know.
Mm.
No, I'm just it's 3 to 4. I said, no. We got this week, which would be the third
Martin,
week.
Martin does this still.
And then, so we got this week, which would be week 3.
Yeah.
And we got next week, last week of sparring. And then
Yeah. How was it like getting, obviously it's lockdown. It's proper lockdown at this point from what I remember.
Made no
How was you getting, would you get sparring?
obviously, the Peacock gym was open. We had all Danny's in that gym.
Yeah.
So then, but obviously, after that fight with Mick, sorry, I lied. After that fight with Mick, that's when we moved to the new gym.
To the Essex one. Yeah.
So we finished off that week. I had my first like full spar on that Friday. And then that was with the Fell twins.
Right. Southpaws, which is not.
I'm fighting Mark Heffron, a strong orthodox fight.
Yeah.
And then what happened? And then we moved. That's a bank holiday though, that Monday.
Right. Okay.
August, yeah. Bank holiday. So we've come in anyway in that bank holiday, and then Umar's coming, Umar Sadiq. He's part of Umar.
Decent sparring, but not
It's
like
not what we need.
not
Good
as
sparring, but it's not what we need.
You kind of need the
He's
Danazis, don't you?
awkward.
You kind of need the Danazis,
Yeah, but
don't
obviously
you?
at this point we thought Mark Heffron was taller than he was.
Right. He's that same height as you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So we've got asked for
Sadiq.
Umar Sadiq in it. So
Right.
we've done 8 rounds of him.
What was that like?
Yeah, good
Calm,
spar, but
yeah.
he's awkward.
Yeah.
He's
So
not-
it's more boxing. Yeah.
More boxing.
Tit for tat. Yeah.
Exactly. So after that, he's done now. We ain't got no sparring. So I ended up sparring John Hedges, tall southpaw.
Not the best preparation, is it really?
And someone else. Can't remember who the other person was. It was John Hedges, someone else. But at the time he was an amateur, so he come with his amateur gym, amateur coach.
Okay.
And then
I don't
he had
think you told
another
me
amateur.
still.
I can't remember who the guy was, but I think that guy might have been the orthodox. And then I finished off with Tom.
Tom. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Who's a cruiserweight, short and stocky.
All right then.
Yeah. At this point, obviously, like from an experience point of view, like now you know more because you've done these camps, you've done these
100%,
things. But at the time, did you feel like, because you don't know any better?
I felt like
Like, did you say again?
I felt like I had to take the opportunity.
Yeah, but did you feel like your preparation? Like, did you feel you was underprepared?
No,
like now.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You knew.
I knew this wasn't what we needed, didn't it?
Yeah,
But it's what we got.
Yeah.
It's lockdown. So what
yeah.
can you do?
What can you do?
He can't get what he needed anyway.
Yeah.
But when I found out he was sparring, he actually kind of did.
Who was he sparring?
Some guy from Liverpool called Dexter.
Okay.
He's come down before.
Oh, the black guy.
Black guy,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like him. He's
Yeah.
cool brother still.
So
He's good as well.
you go in that fight. It's behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You're 13-0. Fighting a guy who's 25-1. I didn't know that was his record still until today. I can't recall the fight. I know you got buzzed at one stage.
Yeah.
Was that quite late?
We've got it. Yeah, that was like the last round.
Or the ninth round,
Ninth
isn't it?
round.
Yeah.
So we're in there. The first round's gone. Second round, I dropped him.
Yeah. You switched.
I turned southpaw and hit him in the back.
So you're a switch hitter.
And
You
I'm
hit him with the
thinking-
southpaw. Yeah.
Jeez. So right now, I'm counting the rounds in my head. This is
Yeah.
my first real fight.
So now it's like 10-9, 10-8.
Obviously, Mick Hall was a real fight, but it wasn't.
I know.
I wasn't threatened by Mick Hall.
Yeah.
Like, I was threatened by Mark, but not scared, but just like, okay, this is a fight.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
I could lose.
Yeah.
Mick Hall, I wasn't thinking I could lose.
Yeah.
So I'm in there, boom. God, I was like, yeah. 3-1. I guess. I'm counting in my head. I'm counting the rounds and that.
Yeah.
Got halfway. I'm like, oh, maybe not. Then I'm looking at the ring clock. I'm like, what? Only at round 6? No,
Yeah.
I got 4 more rounds.
Yeah.
That all I'm thinking about. I'm counting the rounds down. and that.
Yeah.
Boom, got clocked. I'm like, yo.
And that must have been the first time you got hit like in some 10 ounces. I'm
First
guessing
time
like that by someone because obviously he's a super middleweight now,
Yeah.
so he's a naturally
But we can bang.
he's a big guy.
He can bang. Still.
He can bang, yeah.
Big guy, yeah.
That's mad.
He clocked me. I ain't gonna lie. That was the only fight that I had where I couldn't eat straight away.
Swear.
My jaw was my jaw
Like
was fucked.
that.
Yeah. So like I went McD's and that tried to buy food. I couldn't open my mouth to eat the burger, and I was like, oh, I actually got my jaw slapped.
And then
Only
so that fight ended up kind of it was a draw, right?
Yeah, it was a draw. Still.
But it was kind of like you weren't happy with it.
No, I was fuming.
He was. I feel like he
Up
was
to
more.
up to now, I think he was.
I feel he was more happy with it.
Yeah.
I feel like he was more happy with it.
He was happy with the jaw still.
I still feel like I don't know if you've seen that fight. It was kind of like a.
What was the first one?
It was kind of like a fight of two halves in a way. Like he did kind of
I
come
just
back
thought
in
I
the
was
back end of the
outboxing him
fight.
until
Yeah, but you did.
The back end of the fight, I just thought I was
Yeah.
outboxing him.
Yeah, and you had the 10-8 round as well.
Yeah, but the second fight preparation was spot on, bro.
So yeah. So after that, you come. I'm guessing you come back to the gym. Yada 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 yada.
Yeah.
Then this opportunity comes again to rematch Mark Heffron, but this
Straight away,
time.
I told him I want.
But this time it's for the British.
This time it's for the British.
Did
so we
you-
managed to get the British on the line? But even so, I was.
How did that come about? Because today it did say I don't even know.
Liam Williams had it.
Right.
They were trying to get him to vacate, but he didn't want to vacate until he had his shot at his world title.
Right.
So they're saying, look, your mandatory will get you that shot. Don't worry.
So it was
But
a good.
I
It
was
was,
going to rematch him anyway.
yeah.
I didn't care if the British.
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
it.
because of what
My
happened.
beef
Yeah,
was with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was your first draw. So what, you 13-0-1 at this point. So you have to rematch behind closed doors again.
Behind
It was-
again.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
straight away. The
Yeah,
rematch
but
was in November.
your preparation was longer, or you just carried on the same camp, didn't you?
Carried on the same
Yeah,
camp. Obviously, you
basically.
had the week off.
Mm.
It was a hard fight.
Yeah.
Had a week off. Boom, back to the gym. I don't think we sparred the first week. We never do.
Mm.
And then straight to it. But the prep for that was 100 times better.
And
Obviously,
this
I got
was-
more time. You can get more sparring partners.
This was a different fight to watch. You've
Yeah.
probably seen the second one. Like
Yeah.
it was it just looked like a different, not so much a different Denzel. Like you were doing your thing, but it was just like a different fight. Is that because you felt like you knew what he could offer, or you felt like
That's
your
the thing.
preparation was better? You felt more confidence in
it
yourself.
was a
like-
mixture of both.
yeah.
Like my preparation was way better,
Mm.
but with the second fight, I knew he wasn't going to change anything,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he thought I wasn't going to change anything.
Mm.
He thought I was going to go backwards again.
Mm. Mm.
Like, oh, I'm going to walk.
Yeah, I
back
remember,
this
and I
time.
remember you being more assertive with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this time I'm going to like cut the ring better. And I'm thinking you can only fight one way.
Yeah.
You're going to be surprised when I switch it up.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, cool. But then prep was better anyway. Like, I was
Yeah.
sparring
But you
was
more
better,
confident,
like-
yeah.
was getting what I needed.
Because I know you said one time to me in the first fight, your fitness not faded, but you felt it. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
From what
I felt the
remember you
fitness
saying.
going.
Yeah.
I'm counting the rounds. I'm waiting till the
Yeah.
fight's over. Whereas the
Yeah.
second fight, I didn't even know what round it was. Where I stopped.
Yeah, I think it was the fourth.
Yeah, it was
maybe.
the end of the fourth.
But
yeah.
you was catching him with you caught him with a right hand in the second.
Yeah.
That did the eye, and I think in the third you just continued to land it. And I
You
think
see-
they pulled him out.
You see, before that got made for the British, was the British on the horizon at all? Like-
No, I just kept saying I'll fight Liam Williams for it.
Okay.
So
So you're 13-0-1,
But
and
I
you're
mean,
pursuing fighting for a British title. Basically.
But was
Is what
that
you just-
in your like
Yeah, if he was-
immediate
yeah.
plans? Like,
oh, for me,
Yeah.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
I kept saying, well, like if Williams don't vacate, that's the better one. Because I couldn't fight for the Southern area because I got my mandatory with Linus and stuff. Goodwin pulled him out. Like,
Yeah.
now we're not fighting you. Then after that, he won the English. Why am I gonna go for that again?
yeah,
If we couldn't get for the Southern area, so I didn't even bother for that. But I wanted the belt. I'd never won a title.
Yeah.
Amateur, all pro.
Yeah.
I want a belt, bro.
Bro, I feel you.
You feel me?
I
So
feel you.
I'm pushing. I'm saying, bruv, if Liam Williams don't vacate, I'd fight him in it. Like I'll get myself in position to fight him in it, whatever. Obviously, they got him to vacate. He's moving, and I'm saying it don't make sense for him to not vacate because if you're in position for a world title, you don't want to risk it against a young, hungry fighter that can punch. You know what I mean? Like however the results would have gone, whatever you think. Like there's no point. You got a world title shot. The money's better too. What are you fighting me for? Just vacate and let us fight for it. The ones coming up.
So now you beat Mark Heffron,
Mm-hmm.
dominant fashion. You're British champion. You're 14-0-1. I think that's when I joined the gym. To be fair,
Yeah.
before the cash fight.
Yeah.
Then you take some time, and I kind of want to touch on the cash thing a little bit. Like, what was like? Obviously, you've been in a fight where you've had a draw, which you don't feel like was a draw.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's phone
That's
ringing.
me. That's me.
Oh,
Go on.
Then the cash fight gets offered to you, and that's for the Commonwealth and the British. So his Commonwealth and you're British,
Yeah.
right? So you're an undefeated fighter in your head. So like, just talk to me about like, if you want, you can touch on the fight, but just more so like taking a loss, how that felt. Obviously, it's a sport where you know like anyone can lose, and anything can happen. But you take that loss. What was your like thought process going into the fight? Again, like you said about the Mick Hall and Mark Heffron thing, like you knew Mick Hall wasn't going to beat you. It was just more about how you performed. With Heffron, it's like, yeah, you can actually lose this fight. Was it a similar feeling with the cash thing? Or was there more thing where it's like, okay, cool, like he's even better? Or was your confidence just sky high?
Yeah, confidence was
Do you
a bit
feel me?
sky
Like,
high.
just talk to me about all of that.
It was mad
process.
because confidence was sky high. Like, hey, if I box this guy, he ain't beating me.
Yeah.
But-
Because let me just give my thing, like, just sorry, bro. Like, I think at this point, I've seen you spar like everyone in the country. Basically. Do you know what I'm trying to say? No, basically, and like no one's ever had like bigger guys, smaller guys, myself. Do you feel me? Like, and I'm a couple weight classes above you. So I'm just like, I was shocked to see what happened. So all the more yourself. But yeah, go on, talk to me.
But that's what I'm saying. Remember that camp? After training every day,
Yeah.
I'm folded on that
remember,
barber chair,
yeah.
like, bro.
So we got a barber chair. We got a barber chair in the changing room where it's
Don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why it's there. But you were quite run down, like maybe overworked.
Yeah.
But again, like, did you know that was happening while obviously you knew you weren't feeling great, but did you know that maybe you was getting overworked, or did you know, again, from an experience point you do now, because you've had so many
No, I
camps,
knew.
But at the time, did you know
I knew,
that?
but ego and that tough man shit, like, but I can ride it. If I'm being honest, I should have asked for a day or two off.
Yeah.
To get myself
Now
together.
that you
I know that as a fighter now,
you
like,
can-
bro, you gotta speak up, because no one gives a damn what happens in that ring. If
And
you
obviously-
ain't right, don't go in there.
and obviously
I'm
in
not
the-
putting
Guess
that.
that's your lack of experience at the
Yes,
time.
exactly. Yeah.
And obviously in the coach's defense, they're just trying to make you as prepared
100%.
as can be. They're not just, you feel me?
100%,
Yeah,
they're not just gonna
so
overdo
it's
man
in
that.
good, it's in good intent.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
Okay,
Obviously,
so
I'm just feeling a bit shit. Obviously, my weight's better. I come from Ghana. I'm back
Yeah.
up. I'm blown up. I'm just doing things wrong. My eating's not the best. I'm
Yeah.
just run down. But I should have said, look, I need a day or two off. I'm
Yeah.
feeling kind of
Yeah, no,
run down.
I
You feel me? Because
remember.
after a while, my sparring weren't even up to
Yeah,
par.
no, I
Like, I'm
remember.
still not
Yeah.
getting like beaten up in the spar. But
yeah.
I'm not feeling good in the spar, and
Yeah.
that's how I judge my spars.
Yeah.
If I come out the spar feeling good, I've had a good spar.
Yeah.
There's certain times you be like, no, you looked alright. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I hear that, but I
Didn't
felt like
feel
I had
like
to force.
you was going through the
Feel me?
gears or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, I was run down. I should have asked for a day or two off. I didn't. No excuses. I went in the fight. I finished the camp strong. I felt like I was good, but it weren't the best of camps in it. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come out there and say that. Oh, no, he beat man. Is what it is, isn't it?
There was a little, like, obviously bit of competition outside of you and Cash, in the sense of, like, obviously rival promoters, which like the fans more know about. It's like a Matchroom and
Frank
Queensbury
kind of thing,
thing. So
yeah.
that was there. It was.
What show was that on? Was that on the Matchroom show?
No, it was a
No,
BB
that
show.
was on the BT show. Yorkshire again, in lockdown again, isn't it? Was it
Yeah.
in lockdown again? Yeah, or no?
That
Not
was
many
like
fans
the
were
last
allowed.
lockdown fight.
Say again?
That was like the last lockdown fight.
Yeah, I thought so. So like going into that, you're British champion. Like no one's ever really had their way with you in a fight necessarily. It's a mad shock to the system to lose
But I was baffled.
in the fashion that I guess it happened.
Yeah, I was baffled.
And there was a lot of confusion about certain things. Like I'm a cruiserweight, and the way Felix looked in the ring, you know, he looked like he could have been in there with someone of my size. You know, so there was like
He's a big middle.
there was, and we got big we got light heavies that come in the gym that I know it's 10-ounce gloves, but that don't have that effect. Their punches don't have that kind of effect. What was your like?
But I guess when you're run down as well, and that, like, you don't really get all your strength back in the day. So every shot just kind of felt heavy. I'm like, every shot felt heavy, and I'm like, bro, I've never felt, and I sparred him before, and I'm like,
So you lost.
I ain't felt this power like from
Right.
anybody. I sparred bigger guys, and
Yeah.
obviously man's run down until
Yeah.
like the last week.
Yeah.
You don't get all that strength back, but
Yeah.
I went in there, innit? No excuses.
Yeah,
I'm still
yeah.
thinking, if I outbox you, I'm good.
Yeah.
But
And there was moments in the fight, in the third or the second, where that was showing, but it just wasn't.
I was all over the place anyway. I was just overreacting to his pressure,
Yeah.
legs all over the place. But I look like a rookie.
Yeah.
I've watched it back once, and I'm just thinking,
Yeah, not again.
turn that off, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
You see, after that, like obviously as fighters, you lot accept anything can happen in the ring, but you strike me as the kind of guy that, with the risks you've shown that you're willing to take, you would have never imagined you losing a fight like that.
no, never.
So,
Never.
like, how did you cope with that?
Bro, I was
immediately
baffled.
after?
I looked at my corner, I'm like, bro, what just happened, bro? Like, I was baffled, bro.
Once that's settled, though.
I'm still not having it now. Like, I lost.
Yeah.
I lost.
Of course,
I
like,
lost.
yeah.
But in my mind, I just know that can't happen.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like,
I
how?
just know
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't me or whatever I don't know, innit? Like,
Yeah.
I just know that, nah, that's not right.
Yeah.
Like,
After you-
it's never happened. Like,
You
bro,
know
I
when
just come
you're
back
so-
fighting
no,
a bit, like,
Yeah, like how? Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
No,
Like,
of course.
I
We'll get
know
onto that.
me. I know
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I know. I've been what before, like, in
Because
fights.
Janabek would have really had his. Like,
Yeah.
if that was the case, you feel me? Like, you'd
Exactly.
have been
Yeah,
gone.
That's what
early.
everyone thought because of that fight.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's always
so-
things that happen behind closed doors that no one else would know apart
This
from
is what
you.
I want to get onto.
That's why I didn't really. Of course, I'm still pissed about that. Like, I keep thinking about the fight. And I think that's so embarrassing. But that's not going to stop me from going into other fights, because I just know if I'm 100%, that can never happen.
Yeah.
I don't care who I'm in there with. I sparred heavyweights.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they won't bang me, but that's never happened, bro. Do you know what I mean?
So like, obviously, you were undefeated going into that fight.
Yeah.
Like, the backlash from, I'm just gonna be real. Like the backlash from not just social media, but like your, not your promoter, to put my foot in my mouth, but like, did you feel any kind of
The industry.
just like rejection from your promoter, from your management, from your trainer? Like, what was the? Do you feel me? What was the backlash there?
All that shit, all that stuff's hard. But I've gone from the most active guy in lockdown,
I'm saying,
I'm on every show.
Was there like what was happening around you in your inner circle? Managers, trainers, promoters. Like, I guess things like you were the golden boy at that point. Not the golden boy, but like you're British champion. You're British champion. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No, obviously, people in the gym took that loss hard as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone took blame. Trainers took blame. I took blame, and now everyone just kind of clashing because it's like energies are like, no, like I'm angry. Like, no, I'm angry too. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not about who's more angry.
Yeah.
Like it happened to me.
Yeah.
No one can feel it worse than me. Do you know what I mean?
People need to not make it about them, innit? Basically.
For me, so in my mind, I'm just angry. Everything. Like I'm sparring and I want to knock everyone out.
Yeah. Then
I'd admit that. I'm sparring and I'm just gonna hurt guys.
I remember that still.
Yeah.
I remember that. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit. We was meant to be. So getting all this backlash on social media, some of which I've seen, we won't go into all of that, but just like people saying whatever. Then we was meant to be on that Sonny Edwards undercard.
Yeah.
I think we was both meant to be on that. But that was at Copper Box.
Meant to be a couple box.
Fight week, I think the Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or the Tuesday. That fight.
Peak shape.
That fight gets cancelled. So we was both meant to be on that one. And that was like your comeback fight. Before that, there was talk of you were struggling to get on the show.
Yeah.
Basically.
I almost went out to Russia.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you to talk about. So like, this is what I'm saying. Like, when I'm saying you come from the golden child, like you've never ever had to like struggle to get on a show since you've been signed.
Yeah.
And now it's a thing where it's like there's conversation about you going to Russia.
Yeah.
Just to get a comeback fight, bro.
Yeah.
Like
against the Russian champion.
Yeah. How did that make you feel about? You feel me? Like you get where I'm going.
Like, bun it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm already angry.
But was you annoyed at the fact that it's so hard for you to find a fight just because you've taken a loss?
Of course.
Yeah.
Bro, I wanted to be back in the ring the next week.
Yeah.
I didn't want that to be the last thing I'd done.
Yeah.
Because everyone keeps asking me, oh, cash fight. I'm like, bro, fuck that fight. Like, I don't want to talk about that fight. Now I'm all right with it because I've done a bit after.
Yeah.
But if that's the last thing you've done, come on, bro, you don't want to keep hearing that. That's like the worst thing that could have ever happened to man at that point. And it happened.
Yeah.
Like, if I lost in like a 12-round battle, I would have still been pissed.
Yeah.
This was my first loss and I lost to you. Like, why? After all the back and forth.
Yeah.
Bro, like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't even show I didn't show a little bit of what I could do, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I was like the worst person in boxing after that. Like, bro, I couldn't even fight. I was underdog for Linus after that.
Yeah.
Not like he's not a good fighter, but bro, like.
But really, you've done more. You fought hard. You fought harder.
Like every fight after that, I was just like, yeah, Denzel ain't going nowhere.
I remember like.
Do this.
I remember clearly because I think obviously I'm in a different position to you at the time. I think that was me trying to have my first fight.
Yeah.
With the Sonny Edwards thing.
You hadn't had a fight with us yet.
So I hadn't had a fight. So I was meant to be on the same card with you. So I don't want to show that I'm pissed because it's like, I feel like that's a bigger thing over there. You feel me? Like that's your comeback fight. So I remember like the gym was down for a hot sec. Do you remember innit?
Sonny Edwards.
Yeah. So everyone was.
And it was why it was even more annoying because they had the prospect fight the day before. Prospect show the day before what Louis fought on.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. It was a
And
double weekend thing.
They
Innit?
moved all the undercard guys.
Yeah. To the Sonny
To
thing.
that show.
But not us, innit? Yeah.
Or the show after that, and it was only me and you on that was on that card that hadn't fought.
Yeah. It was a piss take still.
Nah, man's fuming.
So we move on to I think the Sam Evans who fought in Birmingham.
Yeah. That was on 2 weeks' notice.
You
as well,
was a
or
late
like
step
week and a
in.
half.
You was a late step in for that. He was meant to fight
Lennox Clark, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
He was meant to fight Lennox Clark, who's a good fighter. What was that? Super middle?
Super middle, but it was for the British and Commonwealth.
Right. So he ends up fighting you. What was that, a 10-rounder?
10-rounder.
I think you get rid of him real quick, innit?
Yeah, third round.
Third round.
Yeah.
So you stop Sam Evans, and now fast forward, like you said, you're fighting again. Obviously, you lost the British to Felix.
Yeah.
So now you've got no title. You've had to comeback fight with Sam Evans. You stopped him. Now Linus pops up again.
Yeah.
So how did this, like, obviously you've tried to fight him for the Southern area. He's had the English, now his name's popped up again and you're fighting for the British. Like, what was your mindset?
Obviously, so Cash was going through what he was going through. He had to let go of the British or strip to however way it went. Now it's vacant again. Linus is mandatory for it. Martin's gone, look, all you needed was a win. Now I'm going to put in for you to fight for it because there's no one else in line. Danny Dignam turned it down, obviously, because he was going to fight Zanabek, but at the time, no one knew. So next in line would have been me, innit? So Martin's put through, a request to make me mandatory for it or, allow me to fight him for it. And I didn't think he was gonna pull out because you can't.
Bigger stakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bigger stakes. Better money.
Yeah.
Then obviously fighting for the Southern area, and you just can't keep pulling out of a fight.
And maybe
Do you think he still didn't want that fight?
I think he did. I think everyone thought I weren't the same guy after that cash.
I was gonna say I heard a podcast from his promoter
Yeah.
where I don't even know why I listened to it, but it was a thing. It was like
Someone sent it to us. 'Cause someone
yeah,
sent it
and he was just talking. Oh, you know, boxing's about timing, which is true. And it was a thing where it's like the time is right to fight Denzel, which is a bit annoying because when it,
But when I was coming through, everyone was scared to
you
fight.
feel me, no one wanted to fight.
Not even in a like
yeah,
a
yeah,
bullshit.
just
Like,
facts,
I'm
innit?
just saying,
Yeah,
they're just saying, nah, mate.
Yeah.
Ed used to tell me all the time, I can't get you mad.
So I think about the pulling out thing that you were saying. I think he probably felt the fashion that you lost to Cash. People probably thinking,
damaging.
this is the blueprint. This is all I got to do. Do
Yeah.
you feel me? So he's probably going into that fight.
And they
thinking,
probably thought it took a lot out of me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember the fight. I was in Manchester. We was in Manchester the next day. We was
Mm.
fighting. But I remember watching. That was on his show.
Right, innit?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the build up to that. It was like everything that was on Wasserman card. Everything was kind of about. I remember you having like a chip. Obviously, I know you, so I can see it like a chip on your shoulder kind of thing
Yeah.
about just everything. Like, where did that come from? Is that because people were still asking you questions about the cash loss and
No.
people overlooking you?
It
or-
was just like, you don't think I'm done.
Mm,
Say no more. I'm fighting more than just Linus now. I got to prove a point.
yeah.
Like, even if I lose him in a good fight, it shows that, yeah, you were never that good or you're done.
Mm.
And it's like, everyone keeps talking about, oh, improvements. But I think I've always been good. That cash fight just didn't show.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that doesn't mean improvements have definitely been made.
Yeah,
and you've seen it.
Yeah. Let's touch on that just quickly. Like, it was like, yeah, straight after the cash fight, and since then, I feel like for me to watch you, like you've been much more aggressive, trying to hold your feet. You've become a lot better at like, should I say, mid-range to inside kind of fighting, and we saw that massively in the Morrison fight. And we see it in the Janibek fight as well. Most of your success was actually up close with Janibek, which is who was a world champion. So, yeah, kind of briefly go through the Linus thing. You beat Linus. Close fight, good fight. But
I still don't think it was a split though. But
it was a close fight. It was a close fight.
There was the knockdown though.
Yeah, so you got a knockdown. What was that? Was that round 11?
8th round.
8th round,
They
sorry.
weren't as close as they scored it.
Yeah.
It was-
But as in, it was a good fight to watch.
It
Was a
good fight.
competitive fight. You know, I could see that he was going back to what I was saying about the blueprint. I remember watching him start, and he started mad fast, Linus. And I was like, is he trying to mimic? And you're not the fastest starter. Neither am I, to be fair. But like, you're not the fastest starter. And I was looking at it thinking, is this guy trying to do the
Of course, I think
cash thing?
everyone's trying to do that now.
That's
bro.
going to be the only blueprint, really.
Everyone, even Morrison tried that as well. But the thing is, like, I know that now. So it's like, come on, if I know that and you're still gonna do it, I'm an idiot.
You got to come with something
I'm
else.
just not that good. So it's like, either I go with you or I ride it out. Whichever one it is, depending on who it is in front of me, is what we're gonna do, innit? But come on, and plus circumstances change, bro. Like you think. Anyway,
So he's 17-0 at the time, and this is another, bro. You've been fighting. You know, you've had like 5 fights at this point where they're all like rather short notice or someone else's backyard.
Yeah.
You feel me? When it's just like you've taken it and you've pulled through. So you beat Linus and you're 2-time British champion. What's that feel like? Obviously, when I say what's it feel like, obviously you've been British champion before.
yeah, better than the first time, 100%.
Talk to me as to why.
The first time, it wasn't about the British title, bro. That was just a bonus.
Yeah.
In all honesty, like, I didn't even really feel like I deserved the belt the first time without being mad. I just wanted to beat that guy. I wanted
Because of what happened in the first fight.
the belt being in line is the bonus.
Yeah.
When I beat Linus, it was like, this is my real British title fight. And I beat Linus and I'm like, bro, this is way better. It was a good fight. Everyone's here. I was kind of like
his backyard as well.
his promotional company.
Yeah.
Everything was around him.
Yeah.
He was the star boy.
Your changing room and all that. Talk to that. Come on.
Changing room was smaller than this room here, bro.
Yeah.
I promise you, it was mad. People had to get out for me to warm up.
Yeah.
Couldn't move my feet. I had to warm up basically in the little circle, but we made it work. It don't even matter. Everyone's asking me, "Are you worried about the judges?" I'm saying, "No, I'm not," because we're both British fighters competing for a British title. There should be no bias judging it. No bias judging.
So,
But obviously, it's the home fighter. We always know home fighters get a little bit of favoritism.
yeah, 100. So now you're 2-time British champion. Next weekend, the next day, I won the boxer just to.
Yeah.
Let everyone
Oh, you know,
know.
right after that, I felt like tweeting Steve Goodwin, but I thought, let me.
I remember you saying that.
Let me just calm down. Let me not be.
So no, it was a good weekend for us as individuals, and I feel like as a camp. I thought like had Chris
When
did-
box?
he hadn't boxed Mark Leach yet.
February or March.
But I feel like the gym was just on a bit of a it was on a down prior to
Oh
that.
yeah, because Chris was the only one that
'Cause
boxed that year. and
Chris
he
had lost, didn't it?
Yeah,
So
Chris
Chris
lost,
lost at a packed
February or
out York
March,
Hall in February or March against Mark Leach. Obviously, prior to all this, Daniel DeBar's lost and gone. You've lost the cash. So the gym is just in a bit of a techie like Louis injured.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone's like losing belts or
Ain't the best thing to be.
yeah, like so it was kind of a sick weekend for the coaches, and I felt happy and proud for them that we could do that for them. The Marcus Morrison fight comes up now. I'm just gonna let you run with this now and talk for a bit. Where it's like, even I don't think I knew that the world title fight was coming after. I didn't know it straight away.
Oh yeah.
How did that feel? So you got the Marcus Morrison fight. You're headlining at York Hall,
Yeah.
and then you know if you win, you're gonna fight for a world title.
Yeah.
Like, what was your? But obviously, you can't. We've seen it happen with maybe AJ and Ruiz, like where you overlook a guy.
Yeah.
What was your like mindset, like going into all of that? What was your attitude, your emotions?
You know what? I
all
didn't.
of
I found out like a couple of weeks before the fight,
Mhm.
so I was able to just get excited about it, and then like,
Let it fizzle out.
if it was like the week of,
Yeah.
bro, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was before the week before fight week,
Mm.
so I'm like, oh wow, snap! I'm with you guys in the gym, and I'm like, you know, I can't keep secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, Martin told me, don't say that, and I'm saying, let me just wait till it's finalized, innit? Because I'm just gonna get the man excited for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, let me wait till it's finalized. But obviously, nothing's finalized until I say yes, I'm on it.
Yeah.
And I didn't say yes, I'm on it until after the fight.
Yeah.
I just said, yeah, hold it there.
Right. So it was after the fight that you said that.
Yeah, I said hold it because obviously we're there. I'm getting excited, and then I just realized, hold on, you can't even come,
Yeah.
Martin. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. You go, you saw it. And I'm like, oof, listen, we gotta wait now. He's like, yeah, listen, focus on the fight. I just thought I'd let you know because I heard you talking about it. I was like, cool, perfect. All right, cool. So obviously, going into the Morrison fight, I ain't gonna lie to you. At this point, I'm not even thinking about it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Okay.
Like, I'm just not in mind at all. I got to the venue late. There, got ready, wrapped up. You'd fought.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was the other guy, then me. And I just went in there. I did not think about Janabek at all. Like, it wasn't in my mind. Like, oh, I got to finish this guy. All I know was going out to that fight, I wanted to be injury free and I wanted it to be short.
Coming out of it. Yeah.
I didn't want it to be a long, hard fight because I had like 6 weeks
Something
off
else
that
coming
fight.
up in it. Yeah.
And I didn't want to be
I feel
all
like-
sore and achy and stuff.
In that fight, Denzel kind of showed that he was like Marcus Morrison. He's fought Eubank Jr.
Yeah.
He's gone 10 rounds with Eubank Jr.
Rounds, yeah.
He's a puncher. He's a big Ute. He's game. He's not a journeyman.
big, innit?
Yeah, he's a big guy still. Go on.
I thought it'd be a tougher fight for you than what it was.
And that's
what
the
it
thing.
made you
Everyone
look.
thought that. But you see all of that, yeah? That just gets
But that's-
mad.
Yeah.
But that's not to do with you.
No, of course, yeah.
It's more to do with like he did the 10 rounds of Eubank, and that was
yeah.
Eubank put him through it. Them
Yeah,
10
yeah,
rounds,
he did,
like,
he did.
There was moments in the fight where he put it on him, which says a lot about the way you punch. Do you feel me? Like,
I definitely hit harder than Eubank Jr.
yeah. I mean, we can see it from that fight. But I feel like for me, as just looking at the fight, like I feel that was the fight that showed that you're kind of finished with the British level now.
Okay, I got you.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
it was the way you, not that you beat him,
Yeah.
but it was the way you beat him. It almost looked like a sparring, not horrible.
I still don't think I got like from obviously you lot thought that, but I don't think the public thought that.
What, the credit wise?
Yeah. They're like, oh, it's Morrison, he's done, he's already did it.
I don't know.
I got phone calls saying, yeah, hey, look, that was a good win, but don't get excited now, bro. Like,
But similar to
Like,
like what
that's
you've
interesting.
experienced with the loss to Cash, he's had them weird fights where he's lost. Like he had a period where he lost like 3 times. In a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was
He looks
25
like
and 5 at
well.
that
He
point.
looks like a specimen. He's fought good guys, but
he looks the part, you're right.
I feel like he's been mugged off a little bit. because of
Regardless,
his
my
record.
point is, it's
Yeah.
like I'm looking at Heffron twice. I'm looking at Linus. Sorry, I'm looking at Heffron twice and Linus, and then Marcus, and I'm saying it won't just Marcus, but it's the fact that you've beat Linus.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
beat
yeah.
Heffron
Yeah,
twice.
yeah.
You feel me? Like these men are British level, European level, and you've beat them all. And the way that you beat Marcus, it was just like, all right, cool. You've
Yeah.
got to do something else now.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like
yeah.
as much as it's good to defend the British, and win it outright and whatnot.
You might as well just give it to me, bro.
Yeah. That who else is man really gonna fight? Because even Cash is like, he's not really British level either. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like you showed that domestically, you know, your levels, you're head and shoulders above anyone else domestically.
Yeah.
Obviously, other than I guess the Eubank Jr., but again, he's a world level fighter himself. So
I'd fight Eubank Jr. though.
yeah, no, I know you would. So the Janabek fight, like we heard that obviously he's 12-0, 8 knockouts going into this fight. Southpaw, what was you? World amateur.
Yeah, he won the world amateur.
Went to the Olympics.
We seen what he did to Anthony Fowler
Yeah.
in 3 rounds. You know, they're calling him the bogeyman, the beast, and you know, is it Andrade vacated his belt supposedly to duck him. Yeah. So all of this you're hearing, obviously you got self-confidence and belief in your skills and ability. But like, what are you like?
Yeah, but you know, I don't.
Ego. No, I know, but I'm just trying to get you. I'm just trying to. I know, but I'm just trying to for the people like, what's in your head when you're reading this, seeing this?
You know what? Yeah.
And obviously, like, well, let me just say one thing. Obviously, to look at him, you got to respect that he's skillful as well.
Oh, that's
he's not just like
that was my biggest thing.
Yeah. He's not just like a puncher and all this.
No,
yeah.
Like my thing, every time someone asks me, I said, bro, his skill set is crazy. Like everyone's mad just thinking he's some scary Golovkin, bro. He's not. And he shouldn't get carried away and think that. His specialty or whatever you want to call it is his skill set, his what do you call it? The way he's so calm in the ring. He's his. What do you call it, bruv?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. His
composure. I'm using words. I've been hitting the head too much. Like, his composure is brazy. Like he doesn't panic to anyone's pressure.
Yeah.
He doesn't do what he doesn't want to do. No one has made him box out of his character.
Yeah.
No one.
I felt like
His feet are good. Like he's proper.
Did you feel like you respected that too much when you went in there?
No, I tell you what it was. When I went in there, I took too long. I needed about 2 rounds to figure out what this guy was doing. But because I felt like I wasn't getting hit and I was all right and I'm moving and I'm just landing a little jab here and there, I'm all right. I kind of got into a little comfortable mentality.
Yeah, because
I got into a comfortable mentality, yeah.
I watched it this morning.
Yeah.
Because I didn't. It wasn't put on YouTube.
Okay.
And the night I was working, the night it was on. But I watched your ring interview the morning after.
Okay, yeah.
And the guy said something. And I remember saying I was like, oh, by the sounds of it, like Denzel got touched up in the first few rounds because the guy was saying he said, "Had you given up or something?"
Yeah.
And I saw you kind of look at. You said something back to him. I thought, you didn't like that.
Yeah.
But when I watched it, I was like, yeah, you just didn't do anything.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all it was. You just didn't do anything.
Because he didn't really land that on me.
He weren't punching you up.
Yeah. He pushed. I was moving backwards. He was coming forward, but he weren't landing no mad shot. Then was like, oh, he was having fun. I'm saying he's having fun. How'd you have fun if you're not? I said, bro. I said I saw in his face he was getting frustrated.
Yeah.
That little smile is like, say no more. Like
fighters know, innit?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm giving him a little smile back, like I know you can't touch me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mind, bro. I'm giving away rounds. This is a champion here, bro. You don't win rounds like this against a champion. You know
but again, like, I don't
you
have
switched up so differently.
Yeah.
Literally, the fifth. The fifth to the.
At the end of the 4th,
11th,
Ray's going to be Denzel, not up here. Like to start the round like how you finished the 4th, because in the 4th I started stepping to him.
Yeah. That's when you give the smile, innit?
Yeah. That's when you give the little smile. Like, and it's like, okay, like we're acknowledging each other's skill set in there. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I was pinging him or he was pinging me, but it was a bit difficult. He couldn't really land on me like I thought he would.
100%. Yeah.
So the 4 rounds, it was like nothing happened. Like I don't know, people like I don't know how. Listen, whatever.
I think it was a confusing one because it's like people saying nothing happened, but in my head, he ain't moving. He ain't able to get away with things with you that he's been able to get away with other guys. Because it's not so much that Denzel ain't doing nothing, Janabek ain't doing nothing either. Considering how he's done things with other guys. And what I tried to say to
all
people
he's doing is moving forward.
I tried to say to people like I had to chat with my dad. It's like you can do what someone can let you get away with.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Janabek can't do certain things.
Because I'm not allowing it.
And
every
vice versa.
Every time he's stepping close, I can see you're going to, no, I'm stepping back.
Yeah.
That's why I was getting back so much, because you're stepping close and I'm thinking, no, because I know you want to
so
get.
you're just taking the distance away from him.
So I'm taking that distance away from him. That's what I was trying to do early.
So it weren't even like an inactiveness, so to speak. It was like, you got to be careful, and he's got to be careful.
Yeah, I'm overcomplicating at this point. Because I'm thinking, let me get this, because I know you're good with your distance. Let me take that away from you and just move around.
I think what made it look like you didn't do anything was the difference in the rest of the fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like you just realized where you was.
Yeah.
It was completely different. You didn't have any caution. Well, obviously you was responsible, but you weren't flying in there, but you weren't.
It weren't the same. Yeah.
It just looked like it looked like something was wrong.
Yeah.
Compared
to the next. Yeah. No, Ray just said to me, look, we're not up here. I was like, all right, cool. You know me already. If man said step on it, I can step on
Yeah,
it.
you can, yeah.
If you told me step on it 2 rounds before, I would have stepped on it. But
Yeah.
where in my mind I got comfortable thinking, you can't get away with what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm doing enough for you to not let you do what you want to do. I'm thinking I'm all right, but bro, that's not winning rounds. That's
I'm not
that's
even
sparring mentality, really.
I'm not even saying this to gas it or whatever, but like when in the 5th to the 11th, even in the 12th, really some stages, although he was hitting you quite a bit in the 12th, it was like you couldn't really tell who was like world champion in there, bro. Like the levels were like, do you feel me? Like I've never seen anyone like do that with him. All that I've read and all the highlights I've seen of him, it's like, but at the same time, I've never seen anybody, like, to give credit to him, be able to kind of stand in front of you like that and take some of the shots, ride some of the shots that you were giving. Because a lot of the shots you were, fam, they would take a man's head off.
His head was hard.
Was that like a new, I guess that's a new experience for you because no one's taking them shots like that.
Yeah. I gave him some shots and I'm thinking that's going to get you. And he just like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, damn.
He had a weird, not a Philly shell, but
bro, it was weird. His head was mad low.
Tucked in his shoulder.
He was low.
Yeah.
Bro, chin is just, you're
not hard to catch, innit?
Everything I'm hitting is up here, bro.
Yeah.
My hands were busted up.
Yeah, no, I remember you saying
I was just like, yeah, hands are done.
No, there were moments in that fight where I was watching it live.
Yeah.
When I was just like, bro, this guy can win this. If he carries on.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't know this, but like, I can see like his corner work obviously on TV and whatever, the commentators, and it's like, he's breathing, mouth's open. Like, you must have seen some of it.
No, I saw it. There were certain times I go in and sit down and I look over and he's not even sitting down yet.
Yeah.
He's standing up, trying to take a rip. But I think I cracked his rib a little bit still.
Oh, was it?
I think so.
I see a little bit of panic in their corner
Because
still.
I think he was limping a
Buddy
bit after the
McGrath
fight.
and
But
whatnot.
wherever he was, he hit it. But I was in there, I'm looking at him, I'm like, he's not even sitting down. So, and I was off my stool before him every round. When I heard that 10 take, I'm up.
Yeah.
And he's waiting to the last second. I'm saying, bro, I got this guy.
And that 12th round,
That 12th round,
what was your...
he got me still. I'm thinking, 12th round.
But you
Obviously,
say that, but it's like Josh was saying just off camera before you come, it's like there was a part where he hit you with a couple straights. And I don't know if it was like part fatigue, part a clean shot, but it's like you backed off him and then like in the highlight room that Top Rank put up, it's like then you go with him again.
Yeah.
And I'm just there like 4 o'clock in the morning, like what the, like I don't want you going over, do you feel me? But at the same time, if you land clean, like it could be lights out for him as well. So it's like
No, you know, it was
you dug deep still.
You caught me in that 12, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the top. I'm thinking Ray's like, oh, we're not getting no favors. I'm saying, nah, cool, I got to pull it on you, innit? Like my hands are busted. I know I can't knock him out, right? So I'm trying to go to the body more. I'm just throwing shots, thinking if I throw shots, you got to score them, innit?
Yeah.
So I've gone in there and thinking, I'm gonna start fast. I'm gonna punch him until I feel it in my hands, and I'm gonna start slapping.
Yeah.
That's all I could do.
Yeah.
Hit him with a couple shots, and then he just done something and then boom, straight down the pipe, and I thought, yo, he's got me.
Yeah.
Started backing up, then boom, he got me again. At this point, I can see him, but I can't see him. He's in front of me, but I don't know what's coming.
Not a nice feeling.
So I'm just
still.
like, okay, so I just rolled and that. So I've held him, let go again. He caught me again, and I held him again. The crowd started booing. I thought, nah, I'm not getting booed, bro.
Yeah.
I can't end the fight on the boo.
Yeah.
So I thought, I went back a bit, got myself together, and I said, all right, my head's clear now. Let's
Yeah.
just go for it. So we just started trading. I'm like, I'm not ending the fight on the boo. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I know me. I didn't feel like I was gonna go over or get knocked
Yeah,
out. But
you
you
know-
never know in
yeah.
between that.
Because you don't know what it looks
that
like.
trade.
Yeah, you don't know
Yeah,
what
of
it
course,
looks like
yeah.
on thing, but it's like you know how you feel. Like if your bearings are there,
I
innit?
feel I'm alright, but in between the trade, he could have clipped my. But I'm just
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah,
we're going
of
for it.
course.
I could clip you too. Do you know what I mean? Like,
So go on.
No.
So like scorecards. So obviously you lose on points. Talk to me about when you hurt. What was it? 118, 110. Like
I could have walked off.
yeah,
I might as well just stayed at home, bro.
yeah. That was wild.
He already filled out them scorecards before he
That
went
was
to
yeah.
work.
That was wild. It
Filled them out at
wasn't.
home.
That wasn't.
And that made me think, even if I did step up 2 rounds earlier or got a knockdown in the last round, I was never getting
Yeah,
a
it's like
decision.
you had to knock him out.
I was never
like
getting a
first round
decision, bro.
knockout in order to win the fight.
Yeah,
So
bro.
So obviously, as a fighter, like you don't know how to lose. You don't want to lose. So you're disheartened. But now that and you were disheartened, and you can talk about that. But it's like, do you feel like me as a friend, training partner, or just a boxing guy? I'm just looking at it thinking I personally feel. I think you agree as well. Like your stock has risen a lot because, like I said, the Morrison fight, you've shown you're above British level. But I think in that fight, you've showed that you're actually at world level. Like there's no reason why. There's no how can I say this? It's like, would Chris Eubank Jr. have done better against him? Or any of these other, do you feel me? Champions or contenders, would they have done any, would they have put up a better fight than you? Do you feel like your stock has risen? Or is it just because obviously it's not the same feeling of should I say, pain as the Cash fight, as the Cash loss.
Yeah.
Do you feel me? Like they're two different losses, but obviously they're different. Talk to me about like the difference between them, especially this one.
Stock's definitely risen. This one doesn't really burn as much because I know I put up a real fight. The Cash one, brother, I didn't get to hit him back.
Yeah.
Put it like that.
So with this fight,
When
obviously,
someone hits you, you don't get to hit him back and you're just crying. Yeah, basically that's what it was. The Cash fight.
how can I say, like, if there was like, would you have done anything different
I would have stepped
if
up
you
earlier.
fought Janibek? Just stepping up earlier.
But I
Cool.
don't think I would have got the decision. It had to have been somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or I had to have been more of a name.
Yeah.
Remember, these guys ain't giving me no respect because they don't know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm just someone that's just come off the streets to just bring this guy over to knock me over.
Yeah.
And that's another reason my stock has risen. My stock has risen because everyone thought I was going sleeping a round or two.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But also,
Even if I
like,
went sleeping 6 rounds, they'd have been like, oh, you know what? You showed heart there, mate. I thought you were going out in 2.
but I just feel like now, like I watched the Porterway podcast with Sean Porter thing. Like your name is being spoken about by like.
Nah, but I didn't like that.
I know, regardless.
Man's telling me I got no technique.
Regardless of what he says, when I'm saying your stock is,
No, bro.
yeah, but
I
fam,
watched
that's
I watched that as a
of all,
fan.
of all people,
I
you
heard
know,
that.
fam, of all people,
Of all
you know.
people, bro. Nigga, fast like you swimming, fam.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was
Bro,
thinking, are you
stop
really
trying
the
to
are
say-
you really the guy to be saying that? But like your stock has risen in the sense of, bro, like you're being spoken about
No, but that yeah.
on
I know,
American
I know.
podcast by like you know
That's a
world champion,
bro.
you
That's
feel
the
me, like
top,
2-time
that's the
world
top fighter,
champion.
bro. Like that's the elite fighter. You feel
Yeah.
me? So I'm watching it thinking, hey, right, like Sean Porter. Like I'm seeing
Yeah.
the Janibek name. Obviously, my name went in the title.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, right, like this is Sean Porter.
Yeah.
And I watched the Portway podcast. I love that podcast.
course,
I even
yeah,
saw,
yeah.
I see Sean's Ital out there, and I
Yeah,
told him,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
like what's going on when you're back on? And he was
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
there's a bit of issues and stuff, but
Right.
not to do with Sean, but just his own work and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, no, it was sick. I watch it. So I put it on thinking I'm gonna hear something, and then the guy just said, yeah.
But I think, although like, because I know you and I've seen you fighting, Sean's probably just seen that little thing of you.
No, which is calm. That's his
I think
opinion, innit?
the thing
Can't
he
cry
just
about it,
can't
but-
articulate his words the right way, right?
Oh,
But-
he's very articulate.
no, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like saying that is just like,
That's how you felt, bro. That's how you felt.
Yeah,
And
maybe,
it's just
maybe.
like how everyone felt. I was
but
gonna
I
get
felt
knocked
like
out, and
that's
I
why
cried
it was
about
so difficult for Janibek to deal with you though,
Yeah,
because there is a slight unorthodoxness to
there
your
is 100%.
style.
Like I watch myself time and think, right, I move like my body moves mad. Like I'd catch a shot and move back.
Yeah,
move back.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's just how my body moves, isn't it? Like, but even with Janibek, yeah, there were certain things I saw him trying to do, but I weren't buying it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
that's what made him find it difficult as well.
Yeah,
as much
yeah,
as
I can see that still.
I'm kind of awkward. He's doing little things. I'm like, nope,
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah,
with a
yeah,
jab. Like,
yeah.
nope, not me, bro.
Yeah.
But it's what, isn't it?
You know
But
what though? Yeah, it's like when you're going through your journey and whatnot. Like you had 17 amateur fights, turned pro at what 22.
yeah,
It's like what you've done going and fighting in Vegas for a world title. Like that's the pinnacle for what we've grown up on.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
bro.
pinnacle of the sport.
Like you,
Yeah.
you
Obviously,
did
these
your
younger lot
camping.
might be looking at Wembley Arena, but
of course.
we grew up watching fighters
Yeah.
in
Big
Vegas.
facts, yeah.
Like you've done that in what 5 years? You're becoming the fighter that day when your trainer said to you, you ain't gonna have an amateur fight for a year. If you had that fighter there saying, yeah, but look what I've done at that time, that
true.
would have given you. So you're like even my little brother was in. I was watching. You was doing one interview, and you said something about your amateur fights, and he's gone, right, you only had that amount of fights. And so even him as a 17-year-old with 14 fights, he's looking, thinking, Rod, this is what can be done.
Yeah, I hear that.
And
Yeah, and that's big still.
I don't think you realize, like, there's more boxers out there that are going to look to the likes of you than AJ, who's heavyweight, gold medalist, because that's
Yeah, it's like
one-
2-time
not-
ABA
not
champion.
not
or
everyone's
whatever it is.
not
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
going to do that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And AJ's had his path written out for him on the day won that gold medal.
No, of
You know what
course,
I'm saying?
100%.
So you've done something that I think for these younger fighters out there, more going to look to what you've done, just going and having that fight.
Yeah,
And I think you've carried that energy that you've had where you just fuck it, I'll do it.
yeah,
That's got you to where you are, man. It's
that's
something
true
that
still.
that win or lose, bruv, how many other fighters would have taken that fight?
Yeah.
It was a risky
True
fight.
still.
He's more or less a nobody.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
terms of his name,
yeah,
he's done stuff, but in terms of his name, like
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of him.
Profile,
before he
yeah,
was fighting. I'm sure you might not have even.
yeah.
Paid much attention to him
Do you know
like
what I
that
mean?
before.
No, I'm gonna anyone in my division.
Obviously, you know him,
but yeah,
but
but
yeah.
like,
Do you know-
I
you know
know
what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Like, he wasn't like when you look at the names of the big names.
Yeah,
he's not
he's
that
not
guy.
there.
Like,
And
he's not
middleweight's
the
a
Golovkin.
big, it's a
Yeah, of course.
it's a serious division. I was saying this to like anywhere between light middle and light heavy
Yeah,
it's a dangerous
Dangerous.
place to be at that level.
Yeah.
and you've taken yourself there just through
Just that
wanting,
attitude,
just wanting
innit?
to do
Yeah.
it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not many fighters that would do that. I don't think. You know,
Yeah.
you really didn't have to take that fight,
Yeah.
Yeah,
did.
no, it's true still.
and you went out there, and like you said, your stock's risen, and hopefully, like wherever you go next, it's not far from there. If not another shot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, big up
definitely.
yourself,
So
man. Obviously, I know in the sport, this question is just stupid when people ask it because it's like it's not so easy to just make things happen. But like, not what's next, but what do you want to do next? Obviously, you're still in that downtime period, innit?
You asked me this last week, I had to tell man lie because the way I felt, anyone I thought would have asked me. But you know, like you just think about how you feel at the time. innit?
Yeah.
But I've said I want the winner of Eubank and Smith.
Right.
But obviously, like you said,
It's not so easy to make.
it's not so easy.
Well,
to
yeah,
make
we'll see.
like
Yeah.
politics, obviously the different networks, different promotional companies. But as you've seen, I'm not afraid to fight on different shows, and I don't think, you know, Frank and stuff are too worried about me fighting on different shows. You know what I mean, obviously, unless, you know, there's a specific plan or route to get somewhere, and you don't want to mess up, it's different. But obviously, if there's no plan, I've been on 2 or 3 shows that ain't with Frank now. So
Would you take the loser of that fight?
I take the loser of that fight. Yeah,
Well, obviously, more you'd want the winner.
I definitely want the winner because it makes more sense.
Yeah.
It means more. Of course, the loser's still a good fight.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it depends. If the loser's Liam Smith, he might just go back to 154. He's not really a 160 pounder. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Eubank's a 160 pounder, so win or lose, he's still in my division. Innit? So
Yeah.
at some point, we have to cross paths. He's
I think-
ranked quite high with these governing bodies.
yeah.
So I want
good
that
fight.
ranking. Or whatever.
I think
And
I think that's a more entertaining fight, the Eubank fight. Good build up.
Yeah,
But just the
yeah.
style, the clash of the styles, is a good fight.
and
Still.
I'll probably give me another shot for world title straight after that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's in position to
yeah.
fight for a world title in like 1 or 2 governing bodies. I think he's number 2 with the WBO. He's mandatory with the WBA. And like whatever. And if you ask to fight Charlo for WBC, I'm sure they'll take it because of his name. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So he's
yeah.
in position. So a win over him puts me right back in there.
Yeah. God willing, can make that happen, man.
Not for real, man.
But yeah, bro. Love for coming, man.
Thanks
Off-
for finally inviting me, man.
Come on, bro. Our first guest, man. Denzel
Jeez,
Bentley,
first
too
guest?
sharp. Yeah, you're
Oh,
our
so
first
I'm
guest.
like,
bro.
alright,
Your
cool. I
first
thought
actual
more than
boxing
now.
guest, man. So yeah, look out for the clips on Instagram. Subscribe, comment, like, all of that love. All Things Boxing, episode 11. We out.